right, we are back with another interview where I share with you how video is the game changer for business. And this one, I'm going to be talking to Allie Martin, and you're going to hear all about how video has helped her business. If you're new here, my name is Anita. I'm a video marketing and social media strategist, and I help business owners get more visible through content that converts. I want to invite you to join my free Facebook group, Video Marketing for Entrepreneurs. It's a comfortable place for you to learn and grow, and I hope that you will check it out. There's lots of value over there. All right, let's get into it. All right, everybody. Well, today I have the unique pleasure of getting to talk with Allie. And if you don't know Allie, she is a PR queen. She's going to tell you all about herself. But I just wanted to give you the chance to get to know her. And today we're going to talk about the impact that video has made in her business. So Allie, go ahead and tell us about yourself just initially.
Yeah, I'm Allie Martin. I'm a visibility expert and I own Fame and Fortune. I'm based in Shelbyville, Kentucky, and I have a background of my career is in public relations and social media. I most notably was the Southeast region's PR director for Amazon. And so I got to see how one of the biggest companies in the world operates with their PR, and I get to use those tactics and those lessons on small business owners and female business owners now today.
I love that. And if you have followed Allie at all, you will know that she shares so much value. So thank you for taking the time to come here and share, a little bit with us. All right. First question I ask is, what has video done for your business?
So I love the parasocial relationship, and I know Anita is a big believer in parasocial relationship as well, but I truly believe that as soon as I got on camera and I start showing up for my audience, they get to connect with me even more. They get to build that trust with me because they're seeing me teach. And it's not just a written form or, getting to see that short form content on social media. Whenever they get to see that face and they start to see your personality shine through, that's when they build a relationship with a person rather than a company. So as soon as I started showing up, my interest, my outreach from customers just shot through the roof, and I will not stop it to this day because I know the power that it has.
Oh, I love hearing that. And it's been so great hearing from business owners just to hear how being on video didn't just initially help with their visibility, but it led to people knowing that they were the person to reach out to. Not only that, it really builds authority. And we talk about that. And what you just shared shows that that has been evident in your business. And I love that. I have to ask, what's your favorite way to use video? Is it YouTube? Is it TikTok? Is it something else? I would just love to hear.
So I am really loving TikTok right now. And truly the reasoning behind it is I kind of challenge myself each week, like, all right, how many videos can I create on a certain topic? And it really gets you thinking outside of the box and strategically on like how different ways I can teach something to my followers. And, whenever you're thinking about kind of getting on stories, you can kind of just, be off the cuff. But whenever you want to be strategic with a business account, specifically on TikTok, even YouTube as well, you really are forced to kind of take a step back and go, what are those questions my customers are always asking? How can I answer those and give them different ways to understand it? Because not everybody learns the same way. So how are these different ways that we can come about with that topic? And I love the challenge, but then I also love seeing the reward of when people are commenting and saying, oh my gosh, this was such an aha moment for me. Thank you for sharing this.
I love when that happens. And you're so right. Having the opportunity to share answers to the common questions that we get is a great way to create content. We've talked about that a little bit here. So I love that you're doing that. Okay, here's something that I come across with people who talk to me about video often. I notice that there are a lot of things that people misunderstand about video marketing. So as somebody in the online space, what do you think people misunderstand about video marketing the most?
And maybe it's not so much misunderstand, but just maybe a misconception that you have to have expensive equipment to get started.
Right.
And it's really this idea that you can't teach with expensive equipment. And you have to wait till you've hit a certain point. But I found that as soon as I started just delivering value, it didn't matter. My very first YouTube videos are shot from the camera that is built into my laptop. Now I have an upgraded version, but truly I started with just what I had. And I was able to see traction from that. And that's what fueled me to keep going. And then you hit a certain milestone and then you can say, all right, maybe I'll invest a little bit. But really that idea that you have to be at a certain point in your business, or you have to be at a certain revenue point to start to give back to your community. I think everybody has something to offer and they should start today.
Absolutely. And I love what you're touching on there. You do not need to have, I just recently watched a video of somebody who said they spent $18,000 on video equipment to start their YouTube channel. You do not need to do that. Your very first videos, like the best camera is the camera you have. And I've even taught people how you can absolutely run all of your video marketing content from your phone. So know that you can absolutely use what you have. And you're so right. I run into that a lot. Okay. What do you think a business is losing by refusing to use video in 2022?
It's so interesting that you asked that, Anita, because I have customers that come to me, obviously looking for PR or social media. And they'll say, I'm really looking for that visibility for my business. I'm really looking to get out there, have that authority, that credibility in my business, but I don't want to be on camera. And I think so many people are scared of, I'm assuming the tendency is that they, don't think they are good enough to be out there. And so whenever they aren't allowing themselves to step into that role, I'm going to say something that can come across harsh, but it's that idea that when we omit information, it can actually come across as lying. So whenever you are, omission of facts is essentially lying. So when we don't allow ourselves to step into that role of being that leader and having that authority in our industry, then we are essentially lying to our customers because we aren't giving them the full details. So I'm not going to just say that it's something that you are losing as a business, but you're also doing a disservice to your community, to your industry, and to your clients.
All right. I want everybody to pause your video, roll back about a minute and listen to that again. Because one of the things I often talk about is that when you're showing up consistently on video, you're teaching your audience that you're trustworthy, that you're going to keep showing up because you keep showing up. But what you're sharing here, by not showing up, you're not only saying, I'm not willing to show you that I can be trusted, but you're also saying, and correct me if I'm wrong, but you're showing them I'm not the authority that I think I am because I'm not willing to show up. And so
exactly
that I think
when you think about it that way, it can hurt a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah.
It should.
And this is why I think these conversations are so good, and why I wanted to bring them to my YouTube channel is because that's something I would not have shared here. And I love how you brought that really from the perspective of working with your clients and wanting to be in PR, because that's something I've never thought about. So I know that there's so much value going to come from these interviews. And if you're watching this and you're not subscribed to this channel, hit subscribe, because we are going to keep talking about how video is helpful, and you're going to get nuggets like this. That was so good, Allie. I'm going to definitely keep that in mind. All right. Tell me, you're starting brand new today and you have zero audience. How would you use a video to create an audience? What platforms would you be on and what would you do?
Oh, great question. And for anybody listening that is in this position, take every bit of advice that Anita is giving and her guests are giving, because we have totally been there, done that. We can now say hindsight is 2020, and we can pass that on to you. We can't do it ourselves, but we can hope that it helps others. So TikTok was not necessarily a thing whenever I started my business, but I would say TikTok would be the number one place to start, and YouTube. So I would be doing one long form video a week on YouTube, and then I would be doing as many posts as you possibly can on TikTok a day. So I would say start with 2, bump it up to 3, 4, or 5 if you can. But the beauty of platforms like TikTok and YouTube is you can truly be discovered no matter who's following you. So you don't have to rely solely on a follower count or a following from platforms like Facebook and Instagram. You can truly lean into the idea of, if you're using really good keywords, you're addressing content that is popular, it is searchable, it is things that people are talking about right now, then you will come up in the algorithm, you'll come up in the search results, and people will discover you and find the goodness that you have to offer.
I love that. Absolutely agree on the getting started. One video on YouTube a week. Have you guys heard that before here? I think so. Make sure you keep doing that, because it's really a case of like the tortoise and the hare. Like, if you will just keep showing up once a week, it's going to feel at first like you get to this place of it getting boring, and you're like, I'm going to keep showing up. I'm going to keep showing up. But if you can push past that initial, really like showing up initially once a week, something happens. And I wish I could come up with a really great name for it, but it's like, it seems like nobody is watching. And then all of a sudden you post your next video and everybody's watching, and you're not really sure when that happened. And the key is like, you're really picking up people, each video you post, and then it just kind of culminates. It's really incredible. And I talk about that a lot. All right, really quick, tell me 3 books you would recommend for business owners looking to use video or get more visible.
So I am in a unique position because with my group coaching program that I run, I actually pick a business book every month and we work through it as a group. And so I have selfishly gotten to pick books that have sat on my desk for far too long, and I knew I needed to read, but had no accountability to read them. So I can be very confident in my answer here. I really like Traffic Secrets by Russell Brunson. It is just an easy way to kind of dive into all the ways you can get traffic to your website, traffic to your social media pages. And definitely YouTube is a part of that. TikTok is not so much because it was published before that, but that is definitely an area that he dives into deep. I also like Building a Story Brand by Donald Miller. Again, another really simple way for you to hone in on what your marketing message should be and how you can really make it appealing to your potential customers. And then third, this is going to be tough. I like Influence by Emily Hayward. She writes all about the brands that are literally overnight successes. They launch, they tell a really good story, they get influencers into their marketing campaign, they put out really good video content, they tell that story of why their customers need their products, and they are overnight successes, and everybody has to have their products. So I really like that, because even though I'm not in a product business, it is still giving me lessons and strategies and tactics that I can use in a service-based business.
I love that. And I believe you just did a review of Traffic Secrets on your channel, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so we'll link that below and make sure everybody checks that out, because I think that'll be a great video for you if you're wanting to know more about that book. But all the books she mentioned are absolutely going to help you. Allie, if you have any tips for our audience who's still not convinced that video is the game changer for their business, what would you say?
Give it a shot. I mean, what's the worst that can happen? So be very consistent, give it 30 days, give it 60 days if you want, see what happens in that amount of time, and you won't need any other convincing from us. The results will speak for themselves.
Absolutely true. Allie, if they just have fallen in love with you today and your hard-hitting advice and just encouragement, where can they find you?
You can find me on my website, iwantfamefortune.com.
Ooh, I love it. We will make sure that that is linked below. Allie, thank you so much for being here. And again, if you're watching this and you enjoyed this interview, hit the subscribe button. We've got more content like this coming. All right. Thank you so much for watching this episode with Allie. And I want you to watch the video that's on the screen now. It's the last episode where I interviewed Rachel Peterson and we talked about how video marketing has been a game changer for her business. Thank you so much for watching and have a great day.